Hi, I'm Anne Smith and I'm here to answer a few frequently asked questions about construction partnering. Question number one, how do you set up a successful partnering process? Well, it's really preparation, preparation, preparation. So partnering is really a project within a project, and as a facilitator, what I like to do is sit down and talk with each of the partnering organizations, all the people within it, and get input from each one to be able to customize the agenda for the initial workshop. And that means trying to get input from each of the key people on what their goals are for the workshop and understand what their experiences have been with partnering in the past. Some people have done partnering and some have not. But also understand whether they have relationships with the other parties on previous projects and how that's gone for them, because sometimes there have been good experiences and some not, and so maybe there's things I have to work into the workshop related to those experiences. Also, maybe they have goals, or others particular to this project, there are situations or topics that we need to include in the workshop that need to be discussed while we're together. And also, I need to know how they like to build relationships with other people. So there's two main ways that people work on that. One way is some people like to build relationships by actually working together, by talking through issues and being able to solve issues. So the workshop might work around working on topics related to the project and working through anticipated situations or the issues that they know are going to occur. Another approach is people like to take the time to really understand the people that they're working with. So that might look like sharing experiences from previous projects, but also focusing on working through things through exercises or through sometimes games. Now, some people say to me, oh, are we going to play games? I really don't like playing games. Or others might say, we're going to have fun with this, aren't we? Because I don't want it all to be work. So there's no one size that fits all in this workshop process. And I like to make sure that we customize it to fit the groups that are going to be involved. So obviously you can see that preparation really takes up the time to make sure that the workshop's a success. And that can be up to 2 times as much time in preparation as for the workshop duration. It's almost like, if you think about it as having a surgery. If you were going to have brain surgery, you wouldn't just show up for it. You'd make sure you sat down with the surgeon ahead of time to plan and make sure you were prepared for it. And if you think about the cost of labor of all of those people that you're going to put in a workshop, you wouldn't want that to be a waste of their time by not having planned it to be a success. And the workshop is really the starting point for the whole process. So you really want to be sure that it starts off on the right foot. So that's the starting. So let's look at question number 2. Who should participate in a partnering workshop? Well, in generally, for any kind of construction project, there's going to be the owner involved, contractor usually has subcontractors. Sometimes there's a construction manager, designer. Often there's utilities involved, there's regulatory agencies, sometimes there's funding agencies or components to that. So those are the typical kinds of organizations that could be participating in the workshop. But then we have to look at, within each of those organizations, what levels of people need to be involved. So when you get into construction, the place where all things start is usually at the field level. So whether it's an issue or any discussion, it's going to start in the field. So we want to be sure that all those field level people have some representation where the initial discussions are going to start. And then as issues rise for resolution, it's going to be at the project manager level. So we want some of those people there. And then going up the chain, we've got things about when we get to solving issues. When we're looking at the level of authority and leadership, where those who have the authority to resolve things from a financial level and from the personnel level also need to be involved. So all those involved in the organization in every project who need to be walking the talk and resolving the issues in order for the project to be a success need to be involved in the initial workshop. Okay, and then lastly, question number 3. Is partnering applicable to all project delivery methods? Well, traditionally, shall we say, design, bid, build has been the one where mostly used in, shall we say, public infrastructure projects. And partnering has been traditionally used where there's been kind of a conflicting nature between owner and contractor because of the low bid situation on those projects. So there's been a perception in a lot of cases where partnering has been able to overturn or turn around, shall we say, the conflicting nature, where perception of the contractor being looking for claims in order to raise their revenue out of the project, and the perception of the owner wanting everything to be done within the low bid, but also adhering to very rigid specifications. So that can naturally cause conflict within a project. Now, partnering has been able to enable that to be a better environment for the project. But nowadays there's been more delivery methods being used on public projects in addition to private projects. So now partnering is used throughout planning and design and construction, so that you have some continuity from phase to phase, which improves the relationship from planning to design and construction. So you get that benefit all throughout the project and throughout the organizations, in addition to the partnering benefits that are traditional, which is the reduced claims and the increased time and cost savings. So for more information about this topic and others, please check our channel, sign up for our channel, subscribe to it, and check out our website at smithculp.com. Thank you.